He's asking, if I saw all the wisdom of the universe and all this chokhmah went through me and I saw it and experienced it, how could it be that when I came back here, I didn't have anything of it? And the answer is very, very simple. Take now this cup, stand under Niagara Falls, and try to catch the water, and you're only going to catch this. Because your cup, your vessel, can only hold a very limited amount of water. I wasn't even a vessel to hold this information. If you want to hold this information, you have to have a vessel. The neshama can come up to Shamayim, see everything. If he doesn't have a vessel, a kli, that he created in this world, it will not hold anything. The sachar in Gan Eden is what you did in this world. What you did in this world creates this kli, this vessel. Then, mitzvot, masim tovim, studying Torah, every little thing you do, you make a kli. So if a person lives down in this world, and all day long was running after mitzvot, every mitzvah that he do, it's like a hard drive. So one memory card is 12 megabytes, one memory card is 2 gigs, and one memory card is 120 gigs. Technology can teach us a lot about Elokut. The same size little thing. How can you see how many gigs go in a little piece of plastic? Same with the neshama. The neshama can inflate, spiritually can inflate Ein Sof. The more mitzvot you do, the greater your capacity, the more meidah you can not only see, but hold. So I didn't even have a vessel to hold anything. So it was just washing me. So I saw it, I experienced the pleasure, the impression state, because I remember a lot of things. When I came back to this world, I knew things. When I used to go to this rabbi to the Shurei Zohar, I was like, wait a minute, I remember this. When I first went into yeshiva and I started learning halachot, I was like, I remember these things. But the most of it I didn't remember, nothing stayed. Mainly because I didn't have a kli to hold it. The whole point, and this is the concept of schar mitzvah, because the sachar of the mitzvah is the mitzvah, is the fact that you are sitting in Gan Eden, the neshama sits in Gan Eden, and a tzaddik is here, and a greater tzaddik is here, and a greater tzaddik is here. But Gan Eden has Ein Sof madrigot. And the more you did in this world, the greater the capacity is. Going back to the mashal that I said, the closer you are to the king. So you can be in Gan Eden, you can be a very nice Jew, but sitting in what's called Gan Eden Tachton, in a very low level, everything is fine. But you look up there, and the eyes of the neshama, it doesn't have neshama, but the eyes of neshama burn from what it can't see, what somebody in the madriga above it is. That's why neshamot sit in Gan Eden, and they look down to the world, and if they have the opportunity to come down to the world, they come down. Because I understand, wait a minute, right now I'm here in Gan Eden, and if I go down to the world, I have to go through all Seder HaIshtalshelut, all the neshama has to go through all the worlds, down, into a body, into go through labor, has to live his entire life, go through sins and tzarot and bayot and all these problems, then die, then go through all the process the neshama has to go up there. The neshama makes a calculation. I can go through all these yisurim, but in this world I can do a mitzvah. I can wear tzitzit for 5 minutes, then right now I'm in Gan Eden here, I'll wear tzitzit for 5 minutes, then I can go to Gan Eden here. The neshama understands the concept of yerida, going down, letzorech aliyah, to go higher. And the more you want to go higher, רצה הקדוש ברוך הוא להרבות עם ישראל, לפיכך רצה הקדוש ברוך הוא לזכות את ישראל, לפיכך הרבה להם תורה מצוות. Hashem told you, I want to give you more, but go down there, do a lot of mitzvot, that you'll have a greater capacity to hold more godly revelation. So my only problem was that I didn't even have a kli. That's why nothing was stayed. And it made me realize how every second here, you're expanding the vessel. Another mitzvah, another, and we can't fathom it in our brain what it means, one mitzvah. I always give the same example. One time I was coming back from a lecture like this. It was upstate in Westchester. So when I came out, it was like 3 in the morning, 7-hour lecture. My mind was like, pfft. And I knew I have an hour to drive home. So my first instinct was, okay, I'm going to put a nice CD on, turn the music on, open the window, sit like this, wind on my hair, relax. I put the CD on, I played the music, and then I was like, wait a minute. What am I going to gain out of an hour listening to music and going like this? I can take this CD out, put a CD of a Torah class, and learn Torah for a whole hour. So what am I going to gain? Here I'm going to gain a headache, because I'm going to be like this for an hour, and the wind will feel very nice on my face. And on the other hand, I gain a whole hour of Limud Torah. So you measure to these two, like, of course I want this. This is nonsense. So every second in the day you can say, can I do this? Oh, I can do this. Should I do this? No, I can do this. That's what it means. There's a lot of explanations to Bechol D'charecha Deo, but every second in this world, you're grabbing another storage for this godly revelation, and that's the kli. That's how you build the kli. Od mitzvah, another shiur Torah, another good deed, od maseh tov, every little thing. Your day has 24 hours. The year has 365 years. When the neshama comes down to this world, Hashem tells her you have exactly the time. There's no such a thing. The neshama knows exactly how much time it came down to the world, and it has a mission to complete in this time. And every second that it doesn't complete it, it's missing out. And it basically goes up to Shamayim, and it didn't serve Hashem b'shlemut. So every second here, not only that you're fulfilling your entire mission, also you're building this kli. And then you're able to get the entire godly revelation where the neshama sits in Gan Eden and enjoys these giluim. And in the time of Tchiyat HaMetim and Yemot HaMashiach, we still need that, because there's going to be this godly light shining in the world. It says, when Mashiach comes, Kadosh Baruch Hu motzi chama min artika. Hashem takes out the sun out of its like a socket. And the Rashaim nidonim, the Rashaim, they melt from the heat, and the tzaddikim, wow. So the more you have a capacity, the more you enjoy in this world.
Who was the judge? Because they say every generation.
I couldn't see. I know, I couldn't see anyone. Some people see the judges. He was asking who was the judge. I couldn't see anyone. I was so, No, Shem just stands there. There's judges in the court, like exactly like you said. In each generation, sometimes it's the Gdolim of the generations. I know a few people that I spoke to who had similar things. Their judge was the Ben Ishchai. It was different tzaddikim. I was in such a low level, they didn't even let me see who was judging me.